Pleasant good day once again to my YouTube fans and supporters across the globe. Welcome to another of our weekly YouTube presentations. And as we continue our trend in 2026, we're going to be focusing a lot on governance, people's power, and the need for people to enjoy a better standard of living through our presentations. And this week's presentation is entitled Fighting for People's Power. However, before getting into the presentation, we just would like to remind you of the services that we offer. We offer motivational speaking, we offer feature addresses, we offer workshops, we offer life coaching, counseling, we run CSEC and CAPE courses, and we also do mentoring and consultations. We also have our ongoing courses, our 10-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Psychology, costing $3,800. 4-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, costing $1,200 for students and $1,800 for the general public. And another 4-week course entitled Mastering Emotional Intelligence, costing $1,800 for students and $2,500 for the general public. All you need to do is give us a call on 1-868-778-5141 or 779-2544 or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. You can also support us by buying my book Conversations, priced at 100 TT, by contributing via the YP and Patreon links or via the account information flashing across the screen. As I said before, just give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. And the motivational word for today is referencing and quoting the late great Robert Nesta Marley, Bob Marley: stand up, get up, and stand up for your rights. If you do not stand up for your rights, even though it might be enshrined in law, then the rights will not serve you well. So stand up for your rights and fight as you have never fought before. So give yourself that chance. So Imo Bakari, your life coach and psychologist, will begin the presentation entitled Fighting for People's Power. And the views expressed, we would like you to not necessarily agree, but feel free and share your take on what we are presenting. So, as I begin the presentation, we often witness elections being held all across the globe. Recently in Trinidad and Tobago, as early as Monday, we had the Tobago House of Assembly elections, where the TPP party won all 15 seats. We recently had elections in St. Vincent, where the incumbent government was replaced by a new government. We had elections in St. Lucia, where that government was returned to power, the government in Guyana, and wherever in the world. And the normal cry, parties are elected and they are happy. They form the government and they are happy. But, sometimes the needs of the masses are not satisfied in the way as they should. So normally, typically, they do not consult, because somehow or the other, when elected by you, the people, they see themselves as anointed, so they don't consult. And oftentimes you, the people, after their happiness, you suffer. We have laws are made which we have no stake in or input in. Policies are formed, and oftentimes the attitude is take it or leave it. So after all the talk about the people and for the people and loving the people, and when whoever wins, everybody wins, at the end of the day, the people experience the sticky end of the stick. So the politicians are happy, as I said, when elected, when they form governments, they form their policies, they form their laws, they pass their laws. You the people are not consulting. You the people have to face the music. When we look at our beloved Trinidad and Tobago and countries across the world today, we can safely say people are really feeling the music. In our own Twin Island state here in Trinidad and Tobago, from boom, some may say to gloom, or not bright days at all. The late great Stalin said, brighter days, better days are coming. But the pressure being felt by many today, those brighter days are not being seen, notwithstanding the promises of politicians. So, if you have been listening to my presentations, I'm always a proponent of consultation with the people, participation with the people, and giving the people the power that they truly deserve. But, as the late great Frederick Douglass said, ex-slave who rose from the plantation to the legislature, became a famous printer and journalist, showing the power of, talent, of determination, of will, and that desire to excel. He made a famous quote that power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. So you the people, if you want people's power to become a reality, you've got to stand up and fight. You've got to raise your voices, as I said in a previous presentation, not to denigrate, but to make contributions to build your nation. You've got to raise your feet, lift your feet. But as we know in Trinidad and Tobago today, we're still under a state of emergency, so lifting your feet, certainly lifting your feet is not possible at this point in time. So I'm saying we gotta play our role, we gotta do what we need to do, because favors may be promised, but they are not easily granted. So we have a situation where a population that has been reeling, regardless of who have been in the realms of power, reeling economically, feeling the pinch, fighting to survive. And we have had the recent phenomena of traffic fines being raised in a manner that of the motoring public in great despair. Now the average citizen, as we know, it's a great fight and tussle to survive, to keep up. And it's always amazing that when parties campaign, they talk about all of the wonderful policies and all of the ideas that they have to bring about things that are different and wonderful. But here we are, with no consultation, and the poor is now left to fend and to feel the full onslaught of increased taxation, citing the traffic area. So it would have been so nice to meet the people, talk with the people, leverage the people, and people are always willing, people are always understanding. But as I said, sometimes when in power, people do they do, and whilst they were humble, seeking your support, oftentimes when they have the power and authority, it's a different kettle of fish. So, as I said before, raising your voices, lifting your feet is certainly important. So what is the real strategy behind those increased fees? Is it a revenue generating capacity? Is it an attempt to raise funds to augment the 10% payout agreed to? What really is it? But again, nobody knows, because consultation is never a part of the agenda of governments in this land. So we have to face the music. But we have a right, as I said, to stand up and fight. We have a right to remember that nothing will be given to us on a platter. And if we believe that we should have a stronger and more vibrant country, you, the people, have to play a role. As I always say, as I have said in many of my previous videos, leadership, no permission is required. Leadership is not a title. And you have to go and contribute to making your place a better place. And I'm saying we have to defend the right, advocate for the right of consultation, participation of people in the decision-making process of Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, and the world. Because after all, you, the people, deserve a better living as anyone else who may be in government. And it will not be given to us on a platter. So since it will not be given to us on a platter, let us invoke the words and the sentiments of the late, great Robert Nesta Marley. Get up, stand up, and fight for your rights. So my simple message to you, if we are to have a better country, all of us, let us play our parts. Let us not be covered by fear or intimidation of any sort. Let us do it respectfully, let us do it strategically, and let us do it consistently, because nation building requires the input of every citizen. I will continue to say that. Nation building requires the input of every citizen. You have a right as anybody else to play a part. Ensure that you play a part. So thank you again for listening, and thank you again for supporting our channel. We remind you, you can support via our links, the YPM Patreon links. You can support via the account information flashing on the screen. You can buy my book Conversation, price is 100 TT, 45 EST or 15 US. You can support our ongoing courses. You can call us to book a counseling or coaching appointment. All you've got to do is give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. Get up, stand up for your rights. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week, please God. Bye.